Welcome into the stadium once again. We are here for event number 12 of the Teamwork Marble League Season 4. We call it Jousting, and we're going to be doing it different this season here in this type of jousting as we look at our total standings. A 30-point large margin by the Big Macs sends them with 162 over the Sapphires. Then you got Science in third and the small team in fourth.
Yep, and in this event, this is going to be a crazy one because this time a block has been added, so they're going to push the block, see if they can push it as less as possible. You can't use all your strength to push it as far. You have to push it less in order for your team to be able to move on and advance.
Yeah, let's see how it works when we go with heat number 1. I think the Sky Vegetables pushed it a little bit too much, and the Big Macs are easily advancing.
Yes, and this event goes quickly as we now have heat number 2. It's Sapphires against the Chocolate Cake. Oh, and it looks like Sapphires, or actually Chocolate Cake, does manage to win.
Yeah, Chocolate Cake didn't have to do that much pushing, even though they did have one marble get stuck. The other marble didn't have to do anything, as we now have heat number 3.
Science against Team Galactic, and I think Team Galactic is able to win that? No, it's Science. They're going to call Science that wins it 2-1, as we now have heat number 4.
Yes, and now it's the small team against the Great Lakes, and then the Great Lakes was able to get it there. And no, they will not. The small team is able to take it away from them.
Well, what a nice job by the small team. This team, that team can really pay attention to the dominant action that they've been really going on. So, I mean, like, this team can really depict what your strength is, or something like that.
Yes, and now we have Forest against the Limers, as we now have heat number 5. Out of 8, oh, that's going to be close. Oh, they're going to give it to the Limers. They're going to be moving on to the next round. The Limers will be advancing.
Well, we haven't seen the Limers advance that much, but they are very great at advancing to next round's figurations. And now we have Team Blood against Sticky Slime, and I think that's going to be an easy one for Sticky Slime for the win. Team Blood just had too much strength with those 2 marbles.
Yeah, too much strength indeed, as we now have heat number 7 with 9 Pumpkin taking on Space. And 9 Pumpkin pushed it too far, and Space is able to take the win.
On Space's side so much, but still was able to take home a glorious win, as we now have this next heat as the United States. I think they push it too far as Ocean Swirls. Do they manage to get it? Yes, they do. They will be managing to move on in that little final heat that we had for those marbles.
Yeah, that was a good job by that team that was able to take home a victory just to move on to the quarterfinals, which we will now have up next.
Correct. This quarterfinals is going to go really by very fast as we see the standings 9th to 16th. There's a 9 Pumpkin that is in 7th, and then you got 9th actually, and then you got United States all the way down to Forest, respectfully, with their scores.
The scores looks very awesome, especially a 9 Pumpkin. Literally, and United States, they look good. The 9th and 10th place. That's better than would be in the bottom order, as we now have our quarterfinal set up with Chocolate Cake against the Big Macs.
And what's this? Chocolate Cake is able to beat the Big Macs, so they will be able to be moving on. 15th seed beats the 1 seed.
Crazy, as we now have the small team against Science. Oh, that's a little toughy, but they're going to give it to Science.
Yeah, our host was not able to do nothing on that one, as we now have quarterfinal C. We got the Limes against Sticky Slime. Who's got it? Oh, Sticky Slime with a nice impact right there. Wasn't nothing available, but they wasn't able to win.
The Limers advance after that one, as we have Space against Ocean Swirls. Ocean Swirls, they push the block too far, and that just gives Space a very great win there.
Great job by Space. Nice job. Now trying to push the block. He's trying to avoid the block, because you are not letting your marble team be able to hit the block as far as possible. This is not block pushing, this is jousting. So you gotta be able to not hit that block as far as possible, and that's what Space did to be able to advance.
There you see the standings 5th to 8th. Big Macs get the best out of the rest. The Sticky Slime goes to 6th, the Small Team in 7th, and Ocean Swirls in 8th, respectfully in their scores and places from 5th to 8th. As we now move on to the semifinals.
Yeah, let's see who's going to be able to take it here in this semi-final match. We will start off with Science against Chocolate Cake, who will dominate their action. And Science pushed it a little bit too far. That's going to miss it and hinder the Chocolate Cake team to be able to advance.
Already, as we now have space against the Limers, who will be moving on with them. And it's going to be a little bit of a tight one, and they're going to give it to the Limers. They are going to the final.
Excellent job by the Limers. This team can really try to not be stopped in their debut of marble racing, but Jousting. What a nice job by what they have done here in Jousting.
Yeah, you can definitely say that. As we will heading to third place, the third place match we now have, it is going to be Science when they take on Space, who's going to be on the podium for bronze.
It's the Space team a little bit, but no, they push it a little bit too far, and Science gets the win. No, who takes first here in the final?
Yeah, whether it be the Limers or Chocolate Cake, there they go. And Chocolate Cake pushes it too much. Limers avoid it. The Limers will beat Chocolate Cake, and they will take gold here in Jousting.
Yeah, you can definitely see that. Limers win it. Chocolate Cake in second place. That's the silver medal spot. And Science in the bronze.
Now the standings right after event number 12 is that the Big Macs hold this lead 173 points. Look at that. Science jumps up to second place, but the gap is still increasing for the Big Macs, as we will have block pushing up next. Speaking about pushing the blocks, we're going to be doing that. So we'll see you then, and stay tuned for more videos.